In the video, Big Cat Rescue made a statement that the cat that they had was marking on everything. Now, I did not see it where they had a litter box in the cage for them, and I certainly don't know what the setup was in the Peter Falk Wildlife Center. And quite honestly, if a cat is not comfortable in an environment, and certainly where there's a lot of other cats kind of trying to competing for the more or less the same environments, cats will become uncomfortable and quite often will mark. And this is true from any cat, whether it's hybrid or not. So these cats here do use the litter box. I use feline pine wood litter. It's basically, I get just a compressed pellet. It's a generic form of it. And I also use what's called laying mash, which is essentially chicken feed. I use the crumbles, which is I think for egg laying. They like using that. It's kind of like regular cat sand. It clumps and it covers the poop pretty well. So I have approximately 7 litter boxes in the house, mainly because I have quite a few cats. So in general, these cats don't pee. Every once in a while, when I first got Saya, he used to mark, but then after I put some feel away out and he became comfortable with the environment, he stopped. Moya, my F1, which is an intact female, she's never marked, she's never peed. Even when she's in heat, when she pees or marks, it's always in the litter box. The litter box I use is a very large tub. And wait 1 second, I'll go get one for you. Okay, so this is a litter box that I have in the downstairs bathroom, and as you see, it's quite large, a lot larger than the normal litter box. And then it's just a tub. I didn't cut out the front end of it here, so the cats just jump in and use it. It's certainly long enough to fit a large cat like Saya. And Saya, he's a 20-pound cat, and he stands approximately 16 inches at the shoulder. So all the cats like using it. And then if you have a cat that feels like he needs to spray against something, he'll spray against the back side of the wall here. So the taller the cat, the taller this thing probably should be. But all my cats use these litter boxes, and they all have their favorite one. Now, in the Big Cat Rescue video, you hear the narrator, I believe his name is Scott. He refers to the cat as a she, and then later on in the post, in the post that I think they've removed them all, they make a statement that to spay and neuter your pets and things like that. Well, one reason why they mistakenly sexed the cat most probably is because he was a neutered male and he didn't have his testes intact. So in that case, it's not quite as obvious as when a cat has 2 huge testes in the back of his, rump. So he was a neutered male, and that's probably one reason why they couldn't sex it. So I believe that this cat certainly was somebody's pet that somehow either escaped or was stolen, and then they dumped the cat, or maybe the owners even dumped it. But at one case, that cat grew up in somebody's house, escaped, roamed around on the street for a while, got caught by a shelter, and then FPWC basically acquired the cat somehow. It stayed there for quite some time, probably I believe 4 months, and then he ended up going over to Big Cat Rescue. Now, in an email that I received from Falk Peterson Wildlife Center They said something about the cat was feral or wild. I believe that if you're going to compare that Savannah to all Savannahs, it's certainly an unfair comparison, because most of the Savannahs that I know act like this. And you see Saya here in quite a few of my videos at Life at the Sharp End on YouTube. He's walking, he's doing clicker training, he's getting his nails trimmed. I can sit here and we could look at his nails here. He doesn't mind me messing with his paws. He's grumbly because he's hungry. Give him a couple more pieces of food. Anyways, and Moya, she's the same way. I trim her claws, I pick her up and she gives me kisses, and she's in a couple of my videos, and so is Starbuck. Anyways, again, I think that any cat, if it grows up in the wild, can certainly be feral, and you need to treat it as such. And I believe that anyone that's considering a Savannah should do their proper research, figure out what generation they want and what kind of look they have. The one thing I do have to add is on the F1 and F2 cats in general, they're quite a bit larger than a regular cat. The F3s, F4s, and F5s. Certainly the F5s are kind of the size of a normal cat. Some of them could be kind of like a large house cat, about the size of a Brit or something like that. Anyways, with a larger cat, it comes, the problems of feeding him, cleaning up after his poop. If he's angry, then you have to deal with an angry cat that's a little bit larger than normal. In general, I like to see somebody that owns their own house and is in a stable environment before they get an F1 and F2. Certainly before they get an F1, they should have some type of experience with hybrids. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it and it answered any questions that you may have had about the Big Cat Rescue statements that they had. And Moya says hello. What's the matter? What's the matter?